And things are definitely returning back to normal as in the Premier League, Tottenham Hotspur blew a 1-0 lead. And what a game it was at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So Manchester United thought they'd scored after 34 minutes through Edison Cavani after a lovely bit of build-up play from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's side, only for the goal to be ruled out by VAR after an attempted murder by Scott McTominay on Heung-min Son.
God, there's no Caesar either.
All right. If he wasn't all right, I'd be worried. That is the most theatrical thing I've ever blooming seen. Jesus wept.
It's more hilarious the fact that this is a man who's done military service.
No, he's gone down like he's been shot by the military. Honest to God. I've never seen anything so theatrical. And then the PGMOL or PGMOL came out at halftime in the game, and which Dave Jones reiterated, and he said that McTominay's his arm coming out wasn't a part of his natural running movement and was careless.
So careless that he looked at Son when he did it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Just think. He's ran away from him.
Yeah. The thing is, though, if Son had gone, McTominay had gone down from the contact from Son 2 seconds prior, which you see Son reach out to McTominay, is the foul then given in favour to Manchester United? I don't think it is.
That is a slightly difficult one, yeah. But any other time, that's probably getting given anyway, whether it's meant or not. But yeah, I didn't see what was wrong with it to not give the goal, personally.
No. It's not like stopping Tottenham how they defend from that set piece or footage of the play. Like it's ridiculous. Like there was one a few weeks back when Man United played West Brom at the Hawthorns, where I think it was Bruno Fernandes got absolutely clattered by like a West Brom player who was all over him. That wasn't given. You know, what is the rules for this? Because like as a footballer, you're gonna put your arm out to protect the ball and steady yourself as you get ready to do your movement. Like that's one of the first things you get taught as a footballer is if you're defending, make sure the attacker's in arm reach of you and just protect yourself at all costs, like protect the ball around you. So what is McTominay meant to do there? To say that's not a part of his natural running movement is crazy.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But then again, we don't know what the rules have been since August 2019.
Yeah, it's literally pick and choose what happens when it happens. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. I think the Sky pundits were correct at halftime when they're saying the game's gone absolutely soft, and it's never felt like all three of them were in agreement. It was never.
I had so much time for Roy Keane this weekend.
It was absolutely brilliant this weekend.
He walked into that stadium this morning and chose blood.
He's like he saw the fun Mickey
and in particular Jamie Redknapp's.
Yeah, he saw the fun Carragher and Micah Richards were having midweek in the Champions League. I was like, yep, I'm having some of that on Sunday.
I smell Jamie Redknapp's blood.
Absolutely brilliant. A few minutes later, Son then did score from Lucas Moura pass.
I love the reaction on that. Just him scoring afterwards. Prime Barclays.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Like you said, prime Barclays Premier League football.
If you weren't a Man U fan, you'd have been loving it as well.
Yeah, but it's just so frustrating. Like the fact that you go in 1-0 down at half time when we definitely shouldn't have been. Like it was never a foul, and then to have Son be the person that scores, it does rub the salt in the wounds a little bit more. But then United came alive in the second half, and Fred scored his only second goal in the Premier League, and his first since I think September 2018. So I think I saw a stat yesterday saying he's gone 73 shots since his last goal in the Premier League, which is ridiculous. And then United had 2 goals later on. Edison Cavani scoring a header from a Mason Greenwood cross, and then Greenwood himself turning goal scorer after Paul Pogba played him in to wrap up the 3 points for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's side, which is, I'd say, thoroughly deserved after that first half robbery.
Robbery, but Mason Greenwood's just trying to raise his point to get on the Euros again.
Yeah. I saw something as well that he's the first teenager, I don't know whether it's for Manchester United or in the Premier League, to score and assist in a game since Cristiano Ronaldo did for Manchester United back in 2003, which is a crazy stat, whether it's either just for Man United or in the Premier League as well. That is something special.
Not the worst company to be around.
No. So the results is United stay in second place on 63 points and Spurs are in 7th with 49.
There's a lot of
talk.
talk.
A very hard one.
There was a lot of talk on Harry Kane afterwards, even like more so than what we've seen recently.
Yeah. Sky seemed to be talking a lot about that in the second half after, like you say, after the game. It just seemed to come to the forefront.
They are going to go into prime. Let's try and sell this player to the big clubs.
Yeah, they're just gonna milk it as much as they can until he does get sold or the transfer window closes. Like they're doing this now, and the transfer window isn't even open yet.
They're licking their lips. They failed with Lionel Messi, and now they have Harry Kane just there for them.
Yeah, and potentially Erling Haaland as well.
Yeah, they'll try with Jack Grealish
again. Crazy. Oh, 100%. They always do with Grealish. Every year since he turned a professional and a regular in the Villa team, he's been linked with a move away. So it doesn't surprise me that this Harry Kane talk has piped up a bit more, especially with the loss this weekend to Manchester United.
Yeah. My digs at Sky haven't ended in this podcast, by the way.
Gosh. Then elsewhere this weekend, the other big games, earlier on in the day, the game before that, West Ham played Leicester City, and it was the Hammers that ran out 3-2 winners after a Jesse Lingard brace and a Jarrod Bowen goal for David Moyes' side, and that was despite 2 late goals from Kelechi Iheanacho wasn't enough to bring the Foxes back into this game. Jesse Lingard, what on earth has he done since going to West Ham?
That man's not Jesse Lingard. I refuse to believe it.
I'm speechless at what he's done. Like, this is his joint highest goal scoring Premier League season ever, with I think 8 league goals now. Is it
something like that? Yeah.
He's just been absolutely incredible since he's moved to East London, and he seems reborn again.
It's so annoying because I know how this is going to end.
What?
Well, he's going to be the guaranteed star of the Euros ahead of the player we all know really should be there. But
Calvin Phillips.
I'd support that. No, I don't care anymore because I've just accepted it. The guy's on the form of his life.
Oh, 100%. There's no player currently in the league better than him since he's joined West Ham. Like, he's been definitely the standout player in the league by a country mile this past couple of months, and it's good to see him do it because obviously he was going through a hard time at Manchester United, and then there's always this talk, should he go back to United afterwards just to get into this team? The thing is, he doesn't fit into the style that Ollie plays, for me personally, and that's why I think it would be best for both parties that he does get a move this summer, whether it is to stay at West Ham or go elsewhere in the world of football.
And what's it just is where he could probably cash in quite a bit on him.
Oh, 100% agree. I think we could probably get about 30 to 40 million for him now, where
set it on the 40.
Where previously, I think if he had stayed at United, we'd be scraping 15 million as a maximum for him.
I think it was to happen. If it did happen, you'd be lucky to get 30. So it's around the 20 to 30.
Yeah, which is, like I said, a much bigger fee than what I would have said to you at the start of the season. I think I would have quoted you somewhere about 8 to 12 million.
Well, then again, you have to take into context. This is a player with very high potential.
Yes, he's still only young at 27 years old. There was the talk that on The Athletic on Saturday that United might try and include Lingard in any deal to try and bring Declan Rice to Manchester United.
That's the other way around now. Yeah. That's what happened. It's now, we want Lingard and we'll give you Declan Rice.
That is definitely something I would take. Declan Rice being a very good player and much improvement on current defensive midfielders of Fred and Nemanja Matic. There was news before the game that 3 Leicester players missed the game, being James Maddison, Hamza Chowdhury, and Ayose Perez. And it
Was
turned
it 3?
out.
I thought it was 5.
Was it 5? Who were the other 2?
I don't know. See, when I saw it, I didn't see any names.
Yeah, I was
But
about
I
to
thought
say.
I saw the number 5, but yeah.
Okay, well, they're the 3 I have seen: Perez, Chowdhury, and Maddison, and that's because they breached COVID rules for doing something that obviously they shouldn't have done. I don't know what it is, particularly what it has done, but it's a great shame for Brendan Rodgers' side, and obviously hampered them massively in that game, not having his accompaniment of players available for that game. However, they do stay in the top 4 despite defeat on 56 points, ahead of the Hammers on 55. Elsewhere, the race for the top 4 also continued as well on Saturday, with Chelsea putting 4 past Crystal Palace, with Christian Pulisic scoring a brace, Kai Havertz and Kurt Zouma also scoring for Thomas Tuchel's side, and Christian Benteke getting the sole goal for Roy Hodgson's side. Kai Havertz has actually scored in a game of football.
I don't know what was going on in this game. Chelsea were unreal again.
Something's definitely got into him in this past 7 days since their defeat to West Brom last week. They just look like a completely different side.
Yeah. I think Roy Havertz has definitely stepped up in the last few games. He's playing like a false 9, is it?
Yeah.
So like that, he's looked pretty alright the last few times that I've seen him. And the main thing I would have gone is Palace, because my God.
They're on the beach already, aren't they?
Yeah, it's that time of the year when they do always just find themselves on Cornwall Beach.
Yeah, they're not going to challenge for Europe. They're not going to get relegated. They're in no man's land now. They've got 7 games left, 38 points, so 12 clear of the bottom 3. And
I have to say as well, as much as I like him, I think his days are numbered. Roy Hodgson, that is.
Yeah, I think this would probably be his last season at Palace. There was talk that they, one of the gossip columns over the weekend, or it might have been on Friday, that they look to Eddie Howe as a replacement for him at the end of this season, after Howe has reportedly turned down the job at Celtic for the remainder of this season. So wouldn't surprise me if Hodgson does leave, like you said, at the end of this season. But it will be interesting to see who the board then go after, whether it's Eddie Howe or someone different. The other teams that are fighting for top 4 is Aston Villa and Liverpool.
Oh, stop. Don't put us first.
It was the Merseyside club that actually won at home as well, 2-1, thanks to goals from Mohamed Salah and a late goal from Trent Alexander-Arnold. After us slating him earlier on in this week, he's gone and proven everybody wrong.
Don't put this on us.
No, I'm not saying it was just us 2 slating him. Everyone was slating him for. Yeah, but he's definitely silenced the doubters for a short period of time, at least, with that great goal to give Jurgen Klopp's side their first win at home in 2021. I know you've said it before. You take from the rich and you give to the poor.
Ross fucking Barkley.
Still wanting for 40 million.
What's he? This man isn't worth 4. No, he's not technically at fault for the goal. It's a very good goal. But if you saw it at the end, he just has one player to get for, or if we're going for the draw, run into the goddamn corner flag. Instead, he goes and runs into our own player. We lose the ball, and Liverpool go and score on a resulting attack.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Just
not something you want to be doing that late on in a game against a team that, even though they have been poor at home this season, they can still score a goal, and they obviously got the goal that they needed to. And like you said, it's just poor from him running into his own teammate and then giving the ball away as quickly as they did, and Liverpool go on and score.
I don't want to say that we deserved anything from that, because I don't think we did.
Yeah.
But just annoying, because it was there. But we were winning. We got a very good goal. Like, Ollie Watkins is fantastic. But without him, we're very low down, and that's him with Grealish.
Yeah.
But
Speaking on Grealish, he seems to be ruled out even longer now.
well, they're saying it was a setback, and they rushed him. But they're saying a few weeks now. They think he'll be back before the end of the season.
So they reckon like the last month of action he could be involved in.
Well, we hope so.
Oh yeah,
for our Euro hopes, please.
Definitely. It's going to be. It's a long road now. 8 games left for Villa as well.
Enough of the game, because I have to now draw my attention to Mr. Jamie Carragher.
Go on.
Well, I gather you weren't watching this live, was you?
No, was it 3 o'clock on Saturday?
It was, yeah. And this man was...
I was out and about, actually.
This man was unbearable. I mean, not even like in like a biased way. That I'd go... Because we've gone down a path now with the Sky like pundits they all have.
Yeah.
It's too much about themselves now.
Why? What was he saying this time around?
If you've probably not seen the Sky commentary of the Trent goal.
No.
Trent scores. It's a last-minute winner. It's probably amazing scenes for Liverpool fans. What's Jamie Carragher's first words? Are you watching Gary Neville?
Really?
But he waits a while. He waits a few seconds to let the main commentator do his bit. He's probably celebrating under the desk. You know what Carragher's like. And then he just says, "Are you watching Gary Neville?"
Jesus Christ!
That's not your job. Your job is to commentate on the game.
Yeah. Right.
If there's only one bias mark I can go for, it's if you've seen the Firmino touch that he does on like the halfway line, it's in the air for about 5 seconds, and then he just comes out. It's a beautiful touch. It's fantastic. But Carragher goes into full orgasm. He's like, well, if one of our players does that, he's probably not going to say anything.
Oh God, no! It is 100% true. There is a lot of bias within commentators these days, and the select punches they have. But
it's so, like I can laugh at the Carragher and Neville banter. Inverted quotes, but it's becoming too much like the Americans a little bit. You know, like Stephen A. Smith and all that lot.
Yeah,
it's drifting too far into that territory.
Yeah, he's getting a bit ridiculous.
It's becoming more about themselves, not the game they're supposed to be commentating on.
Yeah,
I'd rather they weren't commentating. I don't mind them being the pundits.
Yeah, it's just have someone else
commentating on their own team games.
Yeah, and then you just get it talking about their life stories and all that for other stuff, and like, oh, this wouldn't have happened in my day. Ferguson wouldn't have done that. Rafa Benitez wouldn't have done this, that, and the other. And you're like, lads, different times. Football has changed in the 10 years that you played to nowadays. Like, it's a whole different ball game. Yes, the rules and the end target is still the same, obviously winning a game, but everything else, the way you play football now is completely different, and they just don't seem to have got that embodied into them. And it just seems right. How can we compare this as much as my generation did to this, and what they're doing wrong, this and the other? Oh, my team are great, my team are good, this, that, and the other. It's like, no, you've got to think you're meant to be an impartial commentator, not screaming your heads off if it's an absolute worldie of a goal for your team or something stupid done by your goalkeeper. It's just not what football is.
Yeah, I get that, but I fully believe Sky is behind that approach. Like, they want it to be more personalisable.
Yeah, it's just...
They want them to be the main personalities. They want them to say something outrageous for the clicks.
Yeah, that's what they do now, is they want it for the social media clicks more than anything, which is stupid, because you're going to get people unsubscribing from Sky and watching the games elsewhere. Because like Neville never used to be like this. Like first Gale that comes into my head of Gary Neville like truly enjoying football is obviously that Fernando Torres one against Barcelona in the Champions League. Like, that's no bias there for Neville. He's got no association with Chelsea. He's enjoying beautiful football.
That's one of the best moments of any co-commentator in history.
Yeah. And now
he's reacting just like any other football fan would react. No other football fan is like, no Liverpool fan has watched that Trent goal and gone, I fucking hope Gary Neville eats his words now.
Yeah.
And they're going nuts because he's won the game for them.
Yeah. That's not the first thing that comes into your mind. And that's why we need more people like Ray Hudson as co-commentators.
More Ray Hudson,
Just
yes, Carragher and Neville. But more Hudson and Ali McCoist. That's what we need.
Yes. Oh, could you imagine them two as McCoy's lead commentator, Ray Hudson as co-commentator? That would be
Peter
brilliant.
Drury. Ali McCoist on his right. Ray Hudson is left. My God, inject it in my veins, please.
Oh, yes. That is everything I need in football commentary right now. Absolutely brilliant. Right, anyway, back to Premier League talk. So, in the shock of the weekend in the Premier League, Manchester City lost 2-1 to Leeds United with goals from Stuart Dallas scoring both goals for Marcelo Bielsa's side and Ferran Torres scoring the early goal for Pep Guardiola's side. However, there was a bit of controversy just before halftime as Liam Cooper was shown a straight red card for Bielsa's side, and that meant they had to play the whole second half with 10 players. I don't know why there's controversy over that red card. It's a
wait, I got shut up. Sorry, I've got it, mate. We have to go to Peter Waltman because that's the man everyone wants to hear from, obviously.
Yes.
Just go away. No one gives a shit what you have to say. And you're clearly wrong. You literally said it wasn't. What was it? He started by. Did he say red card first?
Yeah.
No, he said yellow. He said yellow card.
Yellow.
First. And then when it was given a red, it's like, yeah, completely right decision, lads.
Yeah. He changes his mind more than fucking anybody. Like, he's acting like he's the referee on the pitch now. You're like,
this man This man changes his mind more times than a traffic light changes colours.
He really does. He's just so stupid. I don't know why BT still have him employed. Like,
it's laughable. It's a meme.
He's been out of the refereeing game for fucking donkey-ish years. And he just make every decision he makes seems to be a clusterfuck. He seems to get it wrong. It's ridiculous.
It's always funny when he's right the first time around and then decides to back the referee and then he's wrong.
Yeah.
Like,
just what are you doing?
Like, you had it, Peter. You had it. A chance for redemption, and you just smacked it away.
It's absolutely crazy.
But fair play, Leeds.
Yeah,
we forget
congratulations.
We have to go for that. Fair play, Leeds. Well done.
Yes, the result sees them up into 10th from 45 points, and City still obviously remain top, having played a game more than Manchester United and 11 points clear of the Red Devils. And once again, Leeds have a perfect goal difference: 49 scored, 49 conceded this season. They really are looking for that perfect goal difference this season, aren't they? Scoring the exact same amount as they've conceded.
And they'd be making history. That's all that matters.
Yes.
Right. No, but in fairness, we do have to give them praise because we give them digs.
Yeah.
This podcast, but they deserve that.
I mean, yeah, they're really good tacticalness from Bielsa, and I'm sure he admitted after the game he had trained for playing with 10 players, or 9 outfielders. So really well done to him.
And there's a good, in the same way with Villa as well. There's a good building block for them to try and build on next season. Get some more quality signings, not just ones that would fit Bielsa. That's what he's there.
Well, yeah, we never know with him because he's on a running contract.
Yeah, but they've got a good stepping stone to try and build something.
And they've proven me massively wrong this season. I won't be ashamed to admit it. I had them going straight back down just because I didn't think this Bielsa ball would work in the Premier League. And obviously, it's been 14 years since they were last in the Premier League. I thought it's just going to be too much for them. But no, they've proven me wrong massively. And at times they do play decent football, and other times they are quite exposed at the back. But safe season for them. They're not going to go down and potentially could sneak up, I know it's unlikely, into one of them, that last European place. So
they genuinely have more chance at Europe than we do now all of a sudden. Dare I say? If I'm talking about us being, then I have to put them in the conversation as well.
Oh, 100% you do.
Can't not do it now.
No. Right, elsewhere in the Premier League this weekend.
I could go on them days, but I have to go on last night just to mention them because I don't think there's much to say on them all. Arsenal, you're nowhere near the European battle. Well done, you beat Sheffield United. Congrats.
Yes. Alexandre Lacazette scoring a brace for Mikel Arteta's side, as well as Gabriel Martinelli, who played his first game in what seemed like 6 million years. Martinelli, I don't know where's he been.
I think he did get injured again, but
did he?
So it was like a couple of months ago he was playing there.
I think that was his first start since they played Man United. I don't know whether it's back in December or
I never
might
know.
have been earlier than that. It seemed to be a long time. But yeah, decent performance from Arsenal this time. But again, it's a really poor Sheffield United side. You wouldn't expect anything less. Elsewhere, Newcastle beat Burnley 2-1. Jacob Murphy and Alain Saint-Maximin with the goals for Steve Bruce's side after Mateo Vidra did put Sean Dyche's side 1-0 up going into half-time. Easy result for the Magpies in the second half. Saint-Maximin definitely seemed to be
I don't think easy is the right word to be describing this one.
Well, not easy, but
they were saved. That's the way to describe it.
Saint-Maximin definitely made the difference for them in that game.
There's definitely you've got the Superman logo in the middle, but you've got the A and the M next to it.
Yes. Elsewhere in the Premier League,
he's unreal. He's unreal.
Yeah. And the only other game we haven't talked about so far this weekend was Friday night's game between Fulham and Wolves, in what looked like it was going to be a blooming boring 0-0 until the last minute when Adama Traore actually scored a goal and wasn't just all baby oil and speed for once.
Yeah, I fear for Fulham now. I don't think it's going to happen.
No. Especially with Newcastle's win, I think that's what made it a little bit.
Well, it's Newcastle getting 4 points when Fulham haven't got any.
Yeah.
But is it? I think Brighton are now the closest.
No.
They're Brighton or Burnley.
Newcastle are still 17th, level on points with Brighton, but Brighton have got a better goal difference, and then Burnley are up in 15th on 33 points.
Yeah, I don't see it now.
But all three teams have played a game. Well, Burnley and Newcastle have played a game less than Fulham, and Brighton have played 2 games because obviously they haven't played yet this weekend. And they do play in the 8:15 fixture against Everton at home, and then the 6 o'clock kickoff before that is at the Hawthorns as West Bromwich Albion welcome Ralph Hasenhüttl's Southampton.